Russia's war just went full Mad Max. Videos show fighters roaring into Pokrovsk on bikes and battered trucks through thick fog as street battles erupt. Moscow says the city's encircled. Kyiv says not yet. Either way, the gateway to Donetsk is burning. Motorbikes roaring through the fog, battered trucks with no doors, fighters clinging to rooftops like something out of Mad Max. This is how Russia rolled into Pokrovsk on Monday, and the videos spreading like wildfire across social media show Moscow isn't playing around anymore. The eastern Ukrainian city, long seen as the gateway to Donetsk, is now at the center of what the Kremlin is calling a major breakthrough. If Pokrovsk falls, Russia gets a clear shot north toward Kramatorsk and Sloviansk, the last big cities in Donetsk that Ukraine still holds. Russia has been threatening Pokrovsk for over a year, employing a pincer movement to encircle it and sever supply routes rather than repeating the costly frontal assaults seen during the capture of Bakhmut in 2023. A video published by Russian war bloggers on November 11th showed convoys of Russian fighters rolling into Pokrovsk along a fog-covered road. The scenes featuring motorbikes, trucks, and broken-down cars, many missing doors and windows, were likened by users on Telegram to a sequence from Mad Max, the 1979 dystopian film. A drone could also be seen hovering beside the road as soldiers advanced through debris-strewn streets. Ukraine's military, meanwhile, reported that around 300 Russian soldiers were now inside Pokrovsk. It said Moscow had used dense fog to conceal troop movements from Ukrainian drones and that street fighting was ongoing across several neighborhoods. In a sign of escalating urban combat, Russia claimed its forces had taken 256 buildings and were pressing forward northwest and east of the city, as well as around the railway station. Both sides offered sharply contrasting accounts of the situation. Moscow has for several days claimed Pokrovsk is fully encircled, while Kyiv insists the city remains under Ukrainian control and that supplies are still reaching the nearby town of Mirnohrad. Open-source maps suggest Russian troops have nearly completed a pincer maneuver around the city, though Ukrainian counterattacks continue near Dobropilya. Ukraine's top commander, General Oleksandr Syrsky, told the New York Post that Russia had massed some 150,000 troops, including mechanized and marine units, for the Pokrovsk offensive. Elsewhere on the front, Russia said its forces had seized full control of the eastern part of Kupiansk in the Kyiv region. A Russian commander, identifying himself by the call sign Hunter, said his unit had captured an oil depot and a series of railway stops leading to Kupiansk-Vzhlovyi, about 6 kilometers south of the city center. In southern Ukraine, Moscow claimed its troops had also taken the settlement of Novospanivska in the Zaporizhzhia region. Ukrainian forces reportedly withdrew from several villages under intense bombardment, with over 400 artillery strikes in a single day, according to the RBC Ukraine news agency. Reuters noted that it could not independently verify any of the battlefield reports from either side due to access restrictions and the danger in active war zones. Russia's military says it now controls over 19% of Ukraine, equivalent to roughly 116,000 square kilometers of territory. Ukrainian data puts Russian control at 19.1%, up from about 18% nearly 3 years ago, a slow but steady expansion in what has become Europe's bloodiest conflict since the Second World War.